So I am feeling really sick right now. Alrighty everybody, so I'm gonna be honest, I'm not feeling too well today. But that ain't gonna stop me from making a video. Hello everybody, my name is Ignacio Santana, and if you're stumbling across this channel for the very first time, what in the hell is wrong with you? So in order to get started, I want to share a story real quick. You see, it was the summer of 2009 and I was hanging out with my grandparents, basically having a fun day, going to the park and eating some burgers. However, when we were done, we went back to my grandparents' house, and me being the ordinary 8-year-old I was, decided to go onto the couch, grab the remote, flip on the television, and what I saw that day would have a very lasting impact on the person that I am today. In today's world, there is millions of content surrounding people getting hurt or possibly even killed. Now this didn't start during the age of social media. For thousands of years, people have been fascinated with death and people getting hurt. During my adolescence, if I wanted to watch something like that, I had only one place to go: Spike TV. This channel was most notable for being the place where men could get their ego stroking, and also being the place that showed compilations of worldwide catastrophe on a daily basis. The most notable show that stood out to this was the show that traumatized me that day in 2009. It was called 1,000 Ways to Die. Like, when I first saw this show, it caused me so much existential dread. It was the most horrifying piece of media I had ever seen at that point in my life. This show was my fucking Salo. That's how much it traumatized me. However, now that I'm much older, I have experienced, along with many other people who grew up with social media, way more disturbing content. Now, for those who have never heard this show before, I would say it's comparable to a documentary version of Final Destination, or literally the dumbest shit ever conceptualized and greenlit. Like, this show had some of the best acting.
I'll stick you like a pig! Just like my dumb brother. Bring a knife to a gunfight.
Special effects.
Nick's head.
And memorable moments.
Why not?
What can I say? I'm a freaking genius!
That would sweep any award show today. However, with this show, there is an issue. The scenes leading up to the deaths will go one way, and then immediately turn 180 degrees, leaving the audience to wonder, what the hell did I just watch? That made absolutely no sense. Now, Ron Perlman is the narrator of the show, which gives a couple of forgiveness points, and also makes the show instantly watchable. But another issue that I ran with the show is that there is just so much content. It was so hard to find the deaths that I wanted to find. With each death having its own quirky little name, there was just so much to choose from. And if you don't believe me, here's a list right here. But luckily I was able to stumble it down to 3 videos: Fire in the Hole, Waste Dead, and Cock Block. So, without further ado, let's relive some good old 2000s nostalgia and watch some 1,000 Ways to Die.
This is Casper. He's the leader of the Brotherhood, a nationwide neo-Nazi gang he runs from his cell in a Florida state prison.
We are the master race.
So you see, normally in 1,000 Ways to Die, they pick the most vile piece of shit imaginable so we as the audience don't feel bad. Which honestly I kind of agree with, because there ain't no way in hell I'm going to be sympathizing with a white supremacist. Honestly, it doesn't shock me that this takes place in Florida. It's kind of on brand for Florida in my opinion.
Casper's hatred of blacks had turned the prison into a powder keg. The word was they were planning to kill him.
It's honestly very shocking that a group of convicted criminals want to kill a Nazi leader, not because, you know, there's not any connotations to, like, white supremacy or anything like that, but who knows?
Casper had an escape plan, but he needed help.
Yeah? Are you ready to stand up for the Brotherhood?
White powder!
That's where Darren came in.
Did you just say white powder?
I'm sorry.
Darren was painfully stupid, even by neo-Nazi standards.
Really? Darren here is painfully stupid by the standards of the stupidest people on earth. It's pretty funny. Also, I hope you all see it now what I mean by this show had some of the best acting in it. Like, this show was so good. Like, the relationship between these two is honestly perfection. Just, mwah. You know, give these men their awards. They fucking deserve it.
Hands against the wall.
All Darren had to do was get himself arrested. Casper paid off the guards.
Don't look at me!
Who would bring him to his cell.
Like that? You Get a lot of that in here.
Now granted, this show took place in the 2000s and those times are so different from today, but I still don't get it when shows use sexual assault against men for comedic purposes, especially when the men in question are locked up in a penitentiary where both men and women face abuse on a daily basis. However, in this case, these two men are the most awful individuals to walk the planet of the Earth, so I guess I'll give it a pass. That puts one strike on the board for 1,000 Ways to Die. We get to 3 and we're done.
What they didn't know, Darren had hidden a hand grenade deep up his anal canal.
A hand grenade? What the fuck?
The time had come for Darren to deliver.
Get that thing out of there!
But his sphincter went into lockdown. Casper was forced to take things into his own hands.
Let's party.
Okay, almost got it. Relax for a second.
One last mighty tug,
Relax.
and Casper's neo-Nazi party was over.
Nice. Now some could say that their plan really blew up. So that's basically the theme of the show. You take the worst people imaginable, you make them die, bada bing, bada boom, you have a multi-season show. What I love about this show is that they will bring on these experts who will either explain the systematic issues surrounding the topic or explain how the death occurred that isn't just they died. Just like in this case, they had to explain that once the grenade pin was pulled, the grenade acted like a fucking grenade. So, like, this was just natural selection at this point at its finest. So I'm not too worried that anybody would need any explanation unless they're an animal or a fucking baby. Now, as crazy as that clip was, 1,000 Ways to Die always found ways to keep pushing their extreme death bar until it reached the fucking sun. For example, like this next death on our list.
Yeah! This is a great place for planking! Oh, yeah! I'm so excited. Oh, yeah!
Chris is a little guy, living large.
Hurry up, take the picture!
He's got his full-size stripper girlfriend snapping pics.
I'm getting it. All right, go on.
For Chris being such a little guy, he sure caught himself a big fish. Also, throughout this entire clip, the show will keep poking fun at my man Chris's height, which is, no, don't do that. My man's just a short king, alright? We stan our short kings on this channel.
As he tries out the latest internet stunt, planking.
You look so good, baby.
Planking is when you lie down stiff as a board in various places and post the pictures on the web.
Do y'all remember the days of planking? Because I sure as hell do. And that was such a simple time in the world. I mean, like, that was a weird time in internet history where everybody was just laying flat on any object imaginable. But you know what? I do give credit to this show. They capitalized on a meme before anybody else did before its time. Some could say that this show started some trends.
Oh, cool.
Mr. Plank and his skank
I got it, babe. I got it. It looks so good.
turn the playground into their own amusement park.
Hey, baby, this is so cool. Planking on a teeter-totter. Excuse me. What do you think you're doing?
And when a pissed-off mom tries to take back the playground,
This is for children. Listen, soccer mom. Let's get the hell out of here and take your Friday kid with you.
Yo, my man's just snapped on this lady. Also, I'm changing the subject and I'm attacking this lady right now, alright? It's a public park, lady. Anybody could be there. Let my short king and his stripper girlfriend have fun and do their planking. Karen. I'm not sure if that's her name, but she sure looks like a Karen.
Okay.
Chris planks the seesaw,
That's perfect. Stay like that.
but gets launched by something he never saw.
So the death of this man wasn't caused by a meteor, but rather a big ball of shit that a couple of pilots decided to drop over a playground where children could be playing. So happened to hit the other side of the seesaw, which then causes my man Chris to fly 20 feet to hit the metal bearing of the swing set. Like, this show's logic is literally something else, and I fucking love it. I do have to say, I'm quite embarrassed that the show traumatized me as a child. But hell, I was a child, I didn't even know. But I'm a big boy now, I got the big boy brain. I'm able to dissect what's real and what isn't. Granted, this clip was a little short, but I think it fits 100%. One thing I can critique the show on is through their use of derogatory language against women, often portraying women as idiots, bitches, or even as the show says, skanks, which honestly I don't like because it is frankly misogynistic, which obviously fits the whole manliness theme that Spike TV was trying to go for, but it really did not age well now. However, they do treat the guys on this show like fucking idiots, which I do appreciate because we are fucking idiots. So Spike TV, you keep making fun of men, we'll be good. Speaking of women, I feel like it's best to end this journey of death with a woman's death. It's 2021, people. Men and women are equal. Women are the breadwinners and we stan women.
The American people are tired of women.
Could you just make it as big as you possibly can?
Tina's not talking to her lover. She's trying to get this phony plastic surgeon to give her the mother of all booty-shaking butts.
Okay, so right away we are informed that this lady right here wants an ass. She wants that Titanic-sized ass. Which, I mean, you get it. You deserve it.
Why? Because Tina wants to grab the attention of Lil Ron, a rapper who's had a string of hits.
Hey, you know what? I have no room to judge anybody's personal decisions, but I feel like I do have the room to say, don't destroy your body to impress some rapper. Do it with an accountant. They'll make you money.
All based around one common theme.
Big fat booty. Big fat booty, booty.
I want a butt so good that wobbles up. I want a butt so fat that I can hide my cats.
Yo, this shit fucking slaps. I get it why these women want that ass. These beats be fire.
Tina already made one attempt, but if your butt isn't certified grade A, Beyonce-licious,
You go ahead and take that somewhere else.
Lil Ron won't even look your way.
Girl, it ain't got nothing on this, okay?
Hey, what? Hey, these motherfuckers really shaming asses on the main right now? These motherfuckers really being like, oh, you got a flat little ass? Get the fuck out of here. I don't fuck with you, you dumb bitch. You ain't got nothing on this, okay? She do be having that dump truck, though. I do have to admit, she do be having that dump truck.
Come on, boo.
That's why we find Tina in a shabby hotel room getting her gluteus maximized with silicone injections.
Yo, who wrote this show? Who fucking wrote this show? That was a good-ass joke. Gluteus maximized? Like, I couldn't even think of that. Who wrote this? Let me check. Tom McMahon, you deserve every fucking reward in the book. Congratulations.
This was one white suburban girl desperate to gain entrance into the black hip-hop world.
I hear stories about lots of people going to lots of extremes that an average individual might not do to bring about this idealized union they have with this idealized person. In their mind, it's virtually life or death.
Unfortunately for Tina, the doctor was a fraud. He was injecting not silicone, but common bathroom caulk.
Cock. Nah, that's fucked up though. Why would you put cock instead of silicone? Granted, he is a fake doctor, but silicone isn't that hard to come by. I think. Ah, I see. Yeah, never mind, that makes sense.
Later that night, Tina was ready to knock Lil Ron's eyes out.
She returned that night? She literally went through surgery. She shouldn't be going out. Granted, it was an unethical surgery, but still, she shouldn't be going out. She should go home and get some rest, you know? Go home, cuddle with her favorite blanket, turn on a movie, order some Chinese, you know? She should have been doing that. Instead of trying to impress fake-ass Kendrick Lamar here. You know what? I do respect the hustle, though.
She had an ulterior motive. She was a songwriter and wanted him to hear her new tune, Cheek Freak. Lil Ron was on her like white on rice. But Tina had no time to wag her new butt in victory. She started feeling iller than ill, and in 60 seconds went from bad to worse to dropping dead right there on the dance floor.
That's bullshit. That was the most anticlimactic death we've seen so far. What is it with the men? They get these grand exaggerated deaths. But with Tina, she gets the ass that she wanted, dance with fucking Andre No Thousand, and just fucking dies. However, we don't need the science on how she died. She had cock in her ass, which made her heart blocked. Wait a minute, that could have been a bar. Anyway, R.I.P. Tina, we'll miss you and your ass. Yeah, so this was 1,000 Ways to Die, the show that traumatized me as a child. Granted, it's been a while since I've seen this show, but honestly, I'm really glad that I did. It brought me laughter, brought me some joy, brought me some sadness, and also really taught me what death is about. To be honest, I'm really unsure on how to end this video, but I'll just say don't die. Also, I would like to ask if you've seen this show before, and if you have, what's your favorite death? Please tell me in the comments below. Also, if you liked what I had to say and you'd like to see some more, please hit that like button and give that subscribe button some love. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to the people who have subscribed to me from the last video. I appreciate you all so much. I'm gonna keep doing what I can to keep getting these videos uploaded. I appreciate you all so much. Also, if you want to see me type into the void, please follow me on Twitter. Again, thank you so much, and I hope you all have a good day. Thank you.